In this video, I'm going to explain to you the power of a growth mindset and why you need one at this very moment. I decided to kind of change up my recording and record outside. I've been really enjoying it. In the back, I can hear some dogs barking. I'm not too far away from my neighborhood, and there's a bunch of coyotes out back this way. Got a ton of coyotes out there, so if you hear any of that, you know why. Here, I'll show you a clip of them. The point is, you need a growth mindset. Listen, you might be making a bunch of excuses and saying, I already have a growth mindset. I already face challenges. I want you to sit here and realize that you most likely don't. You most likely have a terrible, fixed mindset. Why is mindset so important? If you go into any challenge in your life with a growth mindset, even when you crumble apart, after you break apart, you'll be able to come back even stronger because you've learned from your failure. When you have a garbage fixed mindset, as you break, you never come back. You will accept your failures as the true limitation of your ability. And what I'm telling you right now is that what I've learned from David Goggins' book, people mostly live at 40% of their potential. I think the highest percent of my potential that I've ever gotten to through all my challenges, through my races, through my daily running, my 16-mile hikes, climbing literal mountains, the highest my percentages ever went is 60. You have so much potential in you that if you just buried deep down with a growth mindset and was able to push out using that growth mindset, you would be able to conquer the world. Like, what is a growth mindset? Well, a growth mindset is the ability to overcome challenges. Now, you might be saying, okay, I could overcome challenges. I moved out of my parents' house or whatever you might be saying, but it's not. It's when you face failure, you don't give up at the first sign. When you face a challenge, something you're not naturally good at, you don't just say, okay, well, I'm not good at it. I'm not going to do it. A fixed mindset is the lack of improving. So when you face a failure, you accept it as the limit of your mindset. Now, you probably think that you have a growth mindset, but odds are you don't, because I was in that same area where I was thinking, okay, I have a good growth mindset, but then I failed at something. I'm not going to try that again. Like, I'm just not good at it, like long distance running. But I have a growth mindset. I shouldn't be thinking that. You need to realize, be completely honest with yourself right now. Like, this is a one-to-one, me and you, that if you don't have a growth mindset, life is going to be so much harder for you, especially if you're making the commitment to join this self-improvement movement. Our entire core belief is building a better you for tomorrow, is delaying gratification, is being the best person and reaching your full potential. And that's what I want you to do. And that is not possible without a growth mindset. So the next time you face an unspeakable challenge, something that is all uphill, something that will literally have broken your past self, just like this bark, something that would have just snapped, I want you to stand like this piece. Even though it could break, like just like you can break. Even though this piece of wood can break, it takes everything that I have to break it, right? I can't just easily snap it in half like I can with your weak mindset. You need to be the stick and not the bark. You see, the bark, the moment he faces challenges, how you have been living most likely, the moment he faces challenges, he crumbles, snaps. The bark will never reattach itself. He will accept a failure and move on, knowing that he couldn't have done better. But the stick, when he breaks, he can be reattached. And because of all the breaking that he is suffering and reattaching, it has created him into this strong piece of material. You need to be the stick, right? You need to be this strong piece of material because of all your failures, not necessarily because of your victories. It's because you just keep getting back up and after it. You have this unbreakable determination and will. That is what it means to have a growth mindset. You can hear other people's opinions. We have a hard time doing this in our life, but you need to be able to listen to someone else's opinions before you want to say anything. Set your ego to the side, just like the stick. The stick doesn't have an ego. at least a big one. It knows what to be egotistical about and knows its accomplishments. But when it's time to listen to somebody, assume that you don't know everything, because you don't. You know how ridiculous you sound thinking that you know so much? You can always learn something from somebody else. Always, because they have a wealth of different experiences from you. So, my friend, what are you going to be? Are you going to be this fixed mindset piece of bark, weak, that will never really amount to anything, will have a boring rest of their pitiful existence? You're going to be the stick. The person that, even though they fail over and over and over, even though you will fail over and over, you get back up again. You become this resilient, strong piece of material because of your failures. And you listen to other people's opinions. You have a growth mindset and you overcome challenges just like the stick. If you want even more valuable information, now that you can foster this growth mindset, go check out my video. Literally go outside. I guarantee you it will provide you with some value, especially since you've learned the importance of stepping your ego aside. And please remember, never quit.